Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Alan Wake. This will be part 1. Let's get started.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Alright guys, I'm sorry, I gotta turn on the subtitles because apparently the game doesn't like to keep them on. But here we go. Alright, so right now we're in a past dream sequence. We're strolling along. Alright. There's manuscript pages in here, but I'm not going to pick them up at the moment because there's actually some more important things on.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh shit. You must have just got laid. Check it out. There's actually a little special thing in here. This doesn't count for anything, but it is a radio nonetheless. It doesn't count as radio,
The continuing freezing
but
rain and
it's
heavy
there.
snowfall
And this is, it just
necessitated a
basically
winter storm
tells
running
you
the entire tri-state
that it's
area.
really snowing
People are
outside,
advised
as
to
you
stay
can see.
indoors, as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard. The weather is not expected to clear up time soon.
Right, it's a blizzard.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. This time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Lights back on now. Please.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to play these two. These are actually manuscripts from Alan Wake's book, The Sudden Stop.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Alright, and let me read the other one.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Alright, well, let's use this. Obviously, the power's out.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, Ryder.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, Ryder boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Trying hard not to catch my breath into the microphone. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. I really am. Alright, present day Bright Falls.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Obviously,
Well then,
shouldn't be
Mr.
doing
Wake,
that.
we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
This is some crazy shit.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
It's pretty obvious, but check this out. This also doesn't count as a radio, but it's pretty cool nonetheless.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Alright, and then there's obviously a manuscript page right here, and there's also a coffee thermos. I forget where, but it's buried right around here. There's a coffee thermos. Alright, so let's show this.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Alright guys, coming up on 10 minutes here. As I said in my previous videos, I'm going to do about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to try and stop before
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
I believe there's a cutscene coming up, and I'm going to try to stop after that cutscene.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
How convenient. You have a Verizon
Have you
phone.
started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Check this out. There's actually a history here. I don't know if these guys are the writers or whatever, but it's pretty funny nonetheless. Alright, and I believe I'm skipping
Mr.
now.
Wade, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the
Through the
light?
cell corridor.
Lights on! The deputies! Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up this manuscript pages, run it, and then this will be the end of part 1 of episode 2.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Alright guys, so I'm going to end the video here because I'm in between that time limit I said. Alright, and stay tuned for part 2.